everyone, I'm Brooke O'Leary.
And I'm Jill Watch.
As the last day of summer comes to an end and fall begins, you can expect a change in the weather as well as a lot of events and activities on campus.
Tomorrow, Wednesday, September 23rd, the School of Sports Science is holding an information session for students interested in studying abroad for the spring of 2016 in the Hospitality Suite at 12 noon. And just a reminder for everybody that the study abroad deadline for the spring is October 9th. Come to the Office of International Education to learn more.
Also, on Wednesday, come out and support the women's tennis team at 3:30 at the tennis courts as they take on Colby Sawyer.
Whether you are unfamiliar with it altogether or just need a little refresher, the library will be holding an information session on perfecting paraphrasing and knowing how to avoid plagiarism, Thursday in room 206 in the library.
After your information session, let loose at Gullies and show off your singing skills for karaoke at 9 p.m.
This Friday, throw on a blue shirt and make your way to the Callahan for lunch. By wearing blue, you are showing your school spirit, which makes you eligible to win free stuff.
Looking for a great way to volunteer? Northeast ARC is holding Friday night happenings at 6:30 on Friday. Northeast ARC delivers lifelong support services to people with developmental disabilities. The theme for this Friday is Comedy Night. You can sign up to volunteer by going to www.volunteersignup.org.
Get down at Gullies Friday night as the class of 2019 holds DJ night with free late night mozzarella sticks and chicken fingers, as well as $1 Shirley Temples.
Now let's take it over to sports with Matt and Jess.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of EC Sports. For ECTV, I'm Matt Pritchard.
And I'm Jess Carroll. The football team suffered a tough loss to St. Lawrence 34-9. The Gulls had another big performance by freshman William Rivera, who picked up his third consecutive NEFC Defensive Rookie of the Week. The football team will be back in action Saturday the 26th at Nichols.
The field hockey team picked up a pair of wins this past week versus Salve Regina and Roger Williams. They were backed by keeper Rose Bradley, whose performances earned her CCC Defensive Player of the Week. The ladies will play host to MIT Thursday the 24th and will travel to Nichols Saturday the 26th for a CCC matchup.
The men's golf team was in action at the Duke Nelson Invitational this past weekend. The Gulls finished 10th out of 25 teams after the two-day tournament. They were led by Drew Benshoff, who was also named CCC Golfer of the Week. The golf team will be back in action the 26th and the 27th at Blazer Invitational.
The women's tennis team picked up two 9-0 wins versus Curry College and Salem State. The Gulls were led by Haley Barnett, who was named CCC Rookie of the Week. They'll be back in action Wednesday the 23rd versus Colby Sawyer before traveling to Eastern Nazarene Saturday the 26th.
The women's volleyball team participated in the Stevens Tech Invitational. They dropped their first game to Stockton before winning 3 straight games versus New York University, Keene, and Stevens. Their 3 wins came from great efforts from CCC Player of the Week, Lauren Sheehan, and CCC Libero of the Week, Sydney Pierce. The ladies will be back in action Wednesday the 23rd at Salem State, Saturday the 26th at home, and Tuesday the 29th at Curry College.
The men's soccer team picked up 2 big wins this past week. They bested LaSalle and for the first time in 3 years, Nichols College. They saw great play from CCC Co-Offensive Player of the Week, Abdullah Khalifa, and CCC Defensive Player of the Week, Nick Weinstein. The Gulls were ranked 9th best team in New England by the NSCAA this past week. The Gulls will travel to Roger Williams Saturday the 26th before returning home to host UMass Dartmouth Tuesday the 29th.
The women's soccer team split games this past week, losing to Wellesley away before returning home for a big 6-0 win over Nichols. The Gulls will travel to Roger Williams Saturday the 26th.
That's all for this week. For ECTV, I'm Matt Pritchard.
And I'm Jess Carroll. See you next week.
On Saturday, the women's volleyball team is going to be taking on Wentworth at 11 a.m.
Football Sunday is a favorite time for all. Support the Pats and enjoy the game with assorted wings from local restaurants at Gullies at 1 p.m. Now on to 2 Glam with Christina and Nicole.
Hello and welcome to this week's segment of Too Glam to Give a Damn. For ECTV, I'm Christina McNamara.
And I'm Nicole Murado. Here's some good news for all One Direction fans. The band officially announced that they will be releasing a new album on November 13th. It's available through pre-order. The album is named Made in the AM, and it's One Direction's 5th studio album since Zayn's left the band. The album includes the song Drag Me Down and 12 other brand new tracks.
In other news, with the school year getting busy and classes getting harder, we're probably in need for some more coffee. Starbucks' new Order and Pay app allows you to order your pumpkin spice latte from your phone and pick it up at the counter when you arrive. They even give you an estimated wait time. Say goodbye to 20-minute lines. The feature is now available nationally in over 7,000 coffee shops.
Amy Schumer has reportedly locked down a multi-million-dollar deal to write her first memoir. Fresh off the Emmy win on Sunday for her variety sketch series, Schumer says it will be an essay collection that explores her childhood, how she got her big break in comedy, her family, and feminism. Hopefully one of these days we see her on bookshelves.
Speaking of Emmy Award winners, HBO triumphed at the Emmys this past Sunday. Game of Thrones won a record-breaking 12 awards, including Best Drama, and Veep won for Best Comedy. Other winners included Mad Men's Jon Hamm, who won Best Actor in a Drama, and Viola Davis, who made history as the first Black woman to win Lead Actress in a Drama for her role in How to Get Away with Murder.
And to wrap it all up, Pope Francis is in the USA, so watch out for his Pope Mobile.
And that's all we have this week for
Too Glam to Give a Damn.
And as always, tweet us at 2GlamEC. Have a great week, girls.
Are you interested in getting more active in the community? Sign up for activities like the Walk to End Alzheimer's and Out of the Darkness Walk for Suicide Prevention. Email Laurie Rawls at lrawls@endicott.edu.
Now let's check out Christina's interview with Endicott alum, Twitter's Amber Heinbachel.
Hi, I'm Christina McNamara, and we're here with Amber Heinbachel. Amber, can you tell us a little bit about your career?
Sure. So I currently work at Twitter. I'm a senior product designer. I've also worked as a creative director at a small agency called Cantina in Fort Point in Boston. And then my career goes back, but I've also worked as a senior art director at an agency. I've worked as an interactive designer that worked in development shops. So I have quite a range. But today, as it stands, it's Twitter and product design.
That's so cool. What is your favorite thing about working at Twitter?
Oh gosh, besides working with incredibly talented developers and engineers that are super passionate about the work that we do, being able to reach a huge amount of users every day is an absolutely incredible learning experience, especially as a designer, because the amount of work that we create and is actually shown to users and the feedback we get from that is immensely helpful as we're creating apps and experiences for our people. So that's been one of my favorite parts. And the Twitter perks are pretty awesome as well. So
I know, that sounds so awesome. What, as an Endicott alum, how has the internship program shaped what you wanted to do or shaped your career?
It was hugely important for me to do the internship program. I think for me, I didn't realize how important internships were until I was actually out in the field, because I came into Endicott thinking I already knew what I wanted to do, and I wanted to be a creative director like Anna Wintour at a big magazine, and that was like my goal in life. But when I actually went on an internship and worked at a magazine, I realized that print media was just not for me, and I really found instead a real love of code. So my next internship that I was able to do did more coding and development, where I worked with more engineers and product designers, and that was way more fun and exciting to me, and I would not have discovered that had I not been in the internship program here at Endicott.
Mm-hmm. Well, the internship is really helpful for me and for so many of the other students here. Do you do any work on the side?
Not these days, but I definitely have. In fact, when I was at Endicott, I started my own small little company called Amber Me Row, and basically it's consulting, and it allowed me to gain some extra money on the side, which was hugely helpful, especially as a college student. But it also showed me the different sides of business, which means that when you are doing consulting or your own graphic design side businesses, you're doing everything. You're the salesperson, you're the marketer, you are the website builder, you're wearing all the hats. And so side projects in my past have been extraordinarily important and has definitely helped develop my portfolio and my career path that has landed me at Twitter now. So Not right now, but definitely not opposed to them.
And finally, our last question for you is what kind of advice would you give an Endicott student who's just about to graduate and head out into the career world?
Absolutely. Make the most out of the time that you have left here. Hold yourself accountable for the work that you're creating here and the work that you're doing and the people that you meet. Don't burn your bridges, because Boston is a very small town. In fact, the whole Northeast is very small, and you will run into everybody again. So leave a great impression with people that you work with. Be thankful, be excited that you're here, and just know that you're entering a workforce that's very happy and excited to have you, especially in the tech world. So if you're a woman, if you're a minority, come on out. We want you there. You're very much welcome. And so that would be my biggest sort of key points of advice is people are just as excited to have you here. Just make sure you show you're passionate and that you're fired up about the work that you're about to do.
Okay, thank you so much for being here with us.
Oh, you're welcome.
Again, this is Amber Heimbachel. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
On Monday, come to the 4th annual Will Archibald Wheelchair Basketball Game in the Post Center from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Watch as the students from various Endicott sports teams play for fun and raise awareness for mobility disabilities.
Also on Monday at 7 p.m., the class of 2016 will gather together for a senior champagne toast at Mistlewood. Then it's off to Gullies for senior night.
Speaking of Gullies, stop by on Tuesday and catch all the action as the Red Sox take on the Yankees for some late season baseball. That's all for tonight, Gulls. Be safe and be smart. We hope you have a great week.